sunny skies from Talladega, Alabama, as we get ready to kick things off with round 7 of the Supporting Heroes Cup Series live from the DSA Racing Group. Hello everybody, welcome on back. My name is Dwayne Crespo up here in the commentary booth. Alongside me here joined is Carter Brockmeyer as we get ready to tackle Talladega Superspeedway, one of my favorite tracks of all time. For those that don't know, I love Superspeedway racing, and boy do we have a grid here tonight. A 30-car grid, which is by far, I believe, the largest grid that we have had in the Supporting Heroes Cup Series. People can correct me on that, but what a race we have in store here tonight. 60 laps of racing around Talladega Superspeedway. Stage 1, 15 laps. Stage 2, also 15 laps. It will end at lap 30. We will race the last 30 all the way to the checkered flag. Carter, you've been here in Talladega many, many times. You've raced this track many, many times. Based on your personal experience, what do you think will be the key strategy here at Talladega?
Gas. 60 laps, long time. 30 laps is a long time. Stay in the back, preserve as much gas in the long stage at the end. Make sure you have tires checked out. You shouldn't have to take tires out all throughout the race. It's a mistake when you put them on, and you lose a lot.
Once again, like always, strategy gonna play a big major role here, and especially with how big this grid is gonna be here today. Also proud to announce that DSA Racing Group has a new partnership with Race Rap Guy. You can see them right there. They're gonna be sponsoring the restart zone for the remainder of the Supporting Heroes Cup Series, and it is an honor to have them up here in the DSA Racing Group. So the nice restart zone is brought to you by Race Rap Guy, real world NASCAR design brought into Riot Racing. You want a cool rap? Make sure to hit them up and follow them on facebook.com/racerapguy. That is facebook.com/racerapguy. Race Rap Guy. Drive fast, look faster. As we get ready to kick things off here from Talladega, it is gonna be a doozy to watch. Travis Daly, number 35 for Travis Daly Racing, coming off a race win last week at Kansas, hoping to make it back-to-back. It's gonna be a fun one to watch for everyone involved. We got some debuts here as well. Dustin Castile, new addition for Travis Daly Racing. He's gonna be in the number 16 Chevrolet. Ryan Goff subbing in the 27 for Scotty Lanning. Hector Criasso back in the 45 Toyota. Mike Quintero making his debut in the 52 Ford machine, and much more here in play. Hunter Winkler in the 62 Chevy, also making his debut. William Wash in the 38 Chevy, I believe for Dos Benji Racing, also making his debut. So we have a couple drivers up here as well. The return of Cole Christopher as well in the number 29 Chevy for Heroes Motorsports. As we have about 2 minutes left in practice before we kick things off with qualifying and we begin this race. And don't worry folks, this is not gonna be the only action this week from Talladega. As make sure to tune in Saturday night, 7 p.m. for the special event. That is gonna be the Talladega 500 race, full 500 miles, full 188 laps. I am very excited for that.
I am also very excited for that. It's going to be a good race.
Drivers had a $15 buy-in, and the top 5 will get payout with a 6 randomly chosen lucky winner. So a lot at stake. Saturday night, just 2 days away. But first, let's go into these hard-hitting 60 laps for round 7 of the Cup Series. Also, next week, Tuesday, we begin the Truck Series, which should be interesting. I still am not sure if that is going to be broadcasted, but a lot of drivers hyped for that as well, and a lot of drivers that you may not have seen in the Cup Series that were participating in the Truck Series as well. But here we go, practice officially coming to an end as we get kick off qualifying.
Yippee!
And here we go, everyone starting to get in here.
Caleb DeSai had a great race last week, couldn't finish it off. It was just unfortunate.
Desai coming from a heartbreak at Kansas. However, great points scored. I believe he is going to be P3 in the standings after that. William Crow still holding P2. Actually, no, it will be Desai on P2 with William Crow at P3. Zachary Trevino still holding the championship lead entering Talladega here. Only 16 points above Desai. We'll see if that changes anytime soon at the end of this race. But here we go. Qualifying officially underway as everyone begins their out laps, and we tag along Caleb Desai here in the number 30 Toyota machine.
The key is here, stay outside as long as you can throughout this first lap. Get that momentum, go to second lap, and hit your fast time.
And they talked about it in the meeting with race control. They are not going to take it lightly here under that yellow line. Gotta respect that rule at all times, especially here at qualifying. That may cause your lap to be invalidated, and it may screw all of your plans over. I'm gonna be honest, I still do not have the fact that there is a 30-car grid up here. It's gonna be... How long do you think it will take before we have a big one, if we have a big one?
Oh. Yes. That's how long. No telling.
Oh boy.
No telling.
That is going to be very, very chaotic. You know how the big ones get here at Superspeedways. But here we go. First lap times coming in here as Caleb Desai with a 53.9 up on the board. Bromberg can't go faster.
I'm very used to the big one.
Oh, I can tell. I know we've been there before. Cole Christopher taking pole position away. That is going to be a 53.85 to provisionary pole he goes. As everyone here starting to get the lap times in. Christopher still up at the top of the leaderboard. What a return so far this would be if he grabs pole position. Hunter Winkler, his debut into the top 5. Beauregard 4th. It's going to be Hendricks Bromberg 8 in the 18 Chevy. That is going to be P3. As Ryan Goff there in the 27 as well. Remember, he's going to be subbing in for Scotty Lanning, who unfortunately will not be able to join us for this race. Lisa Pugel also our race control for the night. As Hector Collazo to P5 in the 45 Toyota.
Lisa was a really good gal. She'll do a good job, I believe.
Hector, who missed out, I believe, 2 races back-to-back, or 3. I really don't remember. But back on it here, he, as of right now, has a top 5. And qualifying here, as the rest of the lap times begin there at the bottom. Cole Christopher still untouchable there at the top, still with the 53.85. No one has been able to come close yet. As everyone will start settling down here. So far, it remains fairly untouched. Here is the 0 of Zachary Evans, who has surprised us time and time again. What a debut it was, and what a race he had last week at Kansas as well. Can he finally manage to pull through here at Talladega in just his 3rd Cup Series start?
P2 86
And speaking of Evans, what a lap time that was. It's going to
Nice.
be .02 seconds behind pole position, but unfortunately it won't be enough. That is going to be Cole Christopher on pole position here at Talladega. But nonetheless, what an effort there by Zachary Evans. My goodness. Let's get him up here. Cole Christopher, your pole sitter. Let's get him up here. Cole, this is Dwayne Carter up here in the commentary booth. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can.
Cole, what a lap time that was. 53.85. That will set you up on pole position here at
That's what I'm talking
Talladega.
about.
Coming out of a return, what do you think that you have to do here tonight to transform that pole position into a race win here at your return?
Man, I got to keep my car clean. I got to keep my nose clean, and I got to work with my teammates all night. I know some of my guys didn't qualify. Starting on the pole, it means a lot to me as my return back, first race back. I want to thank, Heroes United for getting me back in here, and we're going to give it all we got tonight.
Heroes Motorsports could not be more satisfied with your return to the team. Pole position here at Dega. Hopefully you can transform that into a trip to victory lane. Wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, let's get things kicked off here at
Well,
Dega.
Dwayne, who's your pick?
I'm gonna be honest. Listen, he is still pretty much a rookie, but based on what I've seen last 2 weeks, give me Zachary Evans to pull a little bit of an upset here.
Oh, you can't take my driver.
Oh, that was your pick too?
I'll go for Caleb DSA. Heartbreak last week. I believe he'll pull through this week.
60 laps of racing. Await for us at the end to see who will pull through here at Dega. Here's the starting grid. Here for tonight at the DSA MC 60 laps of Dega. Cole Christopher pole position. Zachary Evans alongside him on the first row. Then it's row 2. It's Caleb DSA and Hendricks Bromberg. Following up behind, it's Xavier Beauregard, Hector Collazo, Hunter Winkler, Talon Wilson, William Crow, Mike Quintero rounds off the top 10. Then it's Jaden Duran, Travis Daly, P12. Moving the chains here, that's BJ Holton, P13. Ryan Goff subbing in for Scotty Lanning in 14th. That's Cody Payer, Will Wash, Justin Young, Stephen Parker, Kalen Wilson, Ryan Kaiser, Cody Banta, Mason Wilson, Benjamin Huar, Wyatt Henderson, followed by Presley Bromberg, Dustin Castile, Zachary Trevino, Juan Copps Jr., Evan Page, Ethan Wool, and that's going to be Tim Pugel and Devin Lyons rounding off the starting grid here tonight at Talladega. And I believe you saw that spin there in the back. Hopefully, whoever that was is okay.
So, how many laps do you think till we get 3 wide, Joanne?
Give or take the first 3 laps. We'll probably have one.
Give or take.
Give or take. Here we go. We're gonna pull into the race wrap guy restart zone. Drive fast, look faster to get this thing underway here in Talladega, Alabama. 60 laps of incredible super speedway racing awaits for us here as we get ready to get this rolling. Cole Christopher in his return, pole position. Zachary Evans, can he manage to take a trip to victory lane in just his 3rd start? We're gonna find out here tonight. Green flag at Talladega.
Good start on bottom, nothing on the outside. Can they build up down to the backstretch?
Great start for everyone so far. And I can already tell this is going to be a fun one to watch.
Momentum coming on the outside. 3 wide in the back.
Well, there's your answer from earlier. There's 3 wide there in the middle. And still 3 wide going to turn 3.
That didn't take too long right there.
Top 10 starting to get single file already. That outside lane slowly fading away. And Evans, not so much of a good start there on the outside. Well, I gotta admit, I wasn't sure on the 3 wide, but I was for sure that we were gonna keep this 2 wide for a little bit longer. It seems that everyone already starting to go single file racing here.
Yeah. A little move to the outside there. Nope. Never mind.
Almost 3 wide there at the back. William Crow up to P5. Hunter Winkler in P4 already in his DSA debut here. Xavier Beauregard in the top 3, followed by Desai and Christopher in the lead. As here comes the outside lane, now starting to grab just a little bit of movement here.
Coming up to about the 7th position on the inside line.
Hendricks Bromberg there in the 18 Chevy for DSA Racing, trying to get that outside lane going. But you can see already everyone's starting to slowly merge in, and that outside lane just keeps slowly fading more and more. And now this is going to be a risk for those drivers on the bottom lane, whether they risk it to go up high and help them out, or whether, you know, they run the risk of it continuously fading, resulting in more positions being dropped. Duran leading the charge there on the high lane.
Xavier coming out.
Beauregard also coming up there up top.
Jaden Duran now 2nd car.
Oh, big spin! Can he save it?
Nope.
Nope.
They're all wrecking. Oh,
Wrecking
no.
in the back, and that is going to be the first caution of the night.
Oh, no. Matt. Ouch.
That is going to be a tough one to get to here. That was, I believe, what, lap 4, lap 5?
Yeah.
And there is going to bring the first caution. It won't be too much of a small one, sadly.
Everyone was starting to settle in, and one got shot outside.
We're going to take a replay here to see what exactly happened there. Here is the replay.
I want to see who got shot out in line there.
So here we go, I believe. Let's see who that is. So this is through turn 3 and 4. Behind the 23 there. That's the 77 of Cody Payer. And I believe that is the 15 of Cody Banta. Just a big checkup there on the inside. And yep, there's the clip. Just
He did a good job holding on, and then just overreaction on the outside. And it's unfortunate.
so that was the 33 of BJ Holton, who got spun there by Payer, and well, everyone behind, nothing really much they could do there in that situation. Not a lot of time to react on that.
Into the race, but you have a long time to get that damage fixed.
tried to save it, but everyone did a fairly decent job there at getting spread out and avoiding contact. Oh boy, already a game changer here in the early stages of this race. Cole Christopher will continue to lead the charge here as we're about to go 1 degree next time by. DSA still second. Hunter Winkler up into the top 3. Xavier Beauregard lost the position there at the time of the caution being thrown. He's going to be P4. William Crow still continuing to round off the top 5 coming to the restart. Per request, here is the replay from the view of the 27. This is going to be Ryan Goff subbing in for Scotty Lanning. Here's his point of view. Oh my! By a nose hair, Goff didn't get collected there. Absolutely surreal. Here we go, gonna be 1 to green this time by, ready to get things started once again. DSA gonna line up to the outside of Christopher, and we're gonna do it again.
Nothing more exciting than 2 to green at Talladega, I'll tell you what.
Gets that adrenaline pumping.
Can Caleb DSA get a better restart on the outside this time?
We'll see. Hopefully it's not a repeat of that initial start. You saw that outside lane immediately starting to fade. We'll see if that high lane can get things working just a little bit better to see if they can last longer.
3 Chevys on the bottom, Toyota, Chevy, Toyota on the outside.
Highest up front Ford being the 41 Ford machine of Kalen Wilson for Signal Midwest Racing. The Wilson brothers doing fairly a decent job here. As we mentioned, Kalen Wilson in the 41 up into P14. As for the other,
Callan's up into 7th.
yep, as for the other side of the coin, it's going to be Kalen Wilson in the 23 Toyota. P7 there in row 4. Well, but here we go. We're going to be restarting this, and I believe around lap 7 or lap 8. Cole Christopher and company going to roll the pack into the race wrap guy restart zone as we are getting ready to kick things off once more here. Into the race wrap guy restart zone to go, and it's green flag back out of Talladega.
A little better on the outside that time. About fairly spread out inside and outside.
Hopefully they can keep it going, but you can see their side already dropping down, not even into turn 1. He's gonna come back out again though, but you can already see there half of that outside lane immediately squeezing into the bottom And that is already going to start to fade. Not even halfway through the backstretch.
There's only 4 cars I could see out on the outside.
Looks like single file racing, at least for the beginning stages of this race, is going to be the determining factor here.
Outside lane's starting to build some more drivers out there.
Again, if you're a driver, you see the fear here of trying to get it going.
Here
Definitely
it
no
comes.
fear there on Hunter Winkler on the 62. He's going to jump to the outside lane here, and we might have a side-by-side battle now.
3 wide. They're going 3 wide in the back.
That could be very risky. They're going to keep it 3 wide through turn 3 and 4. Winkler will lead this race. DSA following behind that outside lane. Now bringing some action as Winkler drops down below to cover the inside lane. Still 3 wide all the way out of turn 4. Winkler leading the bottom. DSA in the middle. Then it's going to be Presley Bromberg on the outside lane in the 88. You can see there
62 of
Winkler.
Hunter Winkler is doing a good job of maintaining the lines here.
I was about to say, you can see Winkler now starting to move a little bit down, up into the middle, trying to cover those blocks. As the inside lane now starting to get the rhythm going here to overpower the other two. And now once again, those lanes are going to start to break apart here. Everyone starting to drop down to the bottom lane, but what a move by Hunter Winkler. Leading this race in his Series D debut. Middle lane struggling to stay organized
going
there.
back outside.
Yeah, but he's not gonna have much help here unless they can get more drivers up in there, and they will. Whoa. Oh, trouble!
No trouble.
That's the 15 of Cody Banta. Caution in the back. Cody Banta goes for a spin on turn 3. And that is going to bring out the second caution of the day.
Jaden Doran.
Whoa, and almost made contact there with the 0 of Evans.
Oh, that. Just didn't know he was in the inside and came on down.
I was going to comment on that. You saw there the 19 of Jaden Duran got little bobbing and weaving there. Looked like it got a little bit loose, and then just all of a sudden you see the 15 of Cody Banta spinning on the bottom
like he
lane.
was just trying to. Seems like he was just trying to push. I think that's Xavier in front of him. Trying to follow Xavier up. Xavier started coming back down. And he was there and didn't know about it and just came on down. I mean, that's an unfortunate situation, but
Here's the replay, if we can get it here. Let's try and rewind this back. And
I
yeah,
think Cody Banta just was expecting. Yeah, I think Cody Banta was just expecting him to know he was there, and one thing led to the other.
you can see there on the preview there, you can already tell that there was contact between Banta and Duran. There we go, running up the high lane. Duran goes high, Banta covers the middle, and Jaden just goes down below the middle, doesn't know Banta's there. He's going to collect 2 more cars. Obviously, Banta involved. We got Benjamin Huar there in the 36 also involved.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you could just aggression too early. I mean, yeah, Jaden just goes up, follows Xavier, and wasn't expecting Banta to be there. And yeah,
I
now
believe
Banta was given an end of line penalty for this.
Kevin Page in the 87, who's also making his debut, was also involved there a little bit.
Everyone comes down pit lane. Fortunate to see cars already beat up this early into the race, but it's Dega, baby.
See, there are numerous drivers coming down pit road there. Ryan Kaiser, Dustin Castillo now coming out, Hendrix Bromberg's in, Hector Collazo is in, Cody Banta obviously coming in, Ethan Wall, Juan Cops Jr., Devin Lyons, Kevin Page. Ton of drivers going in to get repairs, tires, and fuel here to race to the end of the stage. I believe we will have about 2 to 3 to go for stage 1 here, as William Crow will be your new race leader. To kick things off back under green, Cody Payer going to follow behind, followed by William Wash, who will see his top 3 for the very first time here. It's going to be BJ Holton and Cole Christopher going to drop down to P5 here going into the restart.
See if it seems like a few cars are on the verge of going a lap down here.
Your pole sitter still very much at the front of this pack. Here we go. We're going to have 1 to green here. I believe, I don't know if you got any news by race control, but I believe we're going to have a 1-lap shootout for the stage.
Yes, I believe so.
So unless race control decides to either extend the stage here or end the stage early under caution, we're going to have a 1-lap shootout for stage 1. Crow in a very good position. Payer as well. Zachary Trevino making his way back up the pack there. P9, your current championship leader. 3 wins in a row. What 3 weeks it was there for Trevino. His streak unfortunately coming to an end.
They officially announced stage 1 is over.
Well, there we go. Stage 1. We're gonna end under caution. I believe that is gonna be William Crow who will win stage 1. We're going to be restarting this race on lap 15.
Stage 2 underway. Here we go.
Yep, so William Crow going to win stage 1 under caution. Let's see what stage 2 has in store for us. Here we go. Into the race wrap guy restart zone, and we're back under green here at Talladega.
Very, very even restart there.
Payer and Crow side by side. They're going to be very even here, but here comes the outside lane. What a push by Kylan Wilson and BJ Holton. 3 wide up there in the back.
Caleb Desai, but he doesn't have any help.
Presley Bromberg trying to get into the back of the side here to try to help him up in the high lane. Middle lane starting to break apart. Holton gonna come in. Kylan Wilson gonna come into the bottom lane. As Cody Payer will lead this race past William Crow. And we continue having those 3 whites in the back. Zachary Trevino leading the middle lane.
Got car on bottom here.
Still trying to push
All 3
as
lanes
strong
are
as
kinda
they
evening
can.
out here.
Got tons of middle lane and high lane switches here. Banta finds himself back into the middle lane. Hector Carriazo doing a good job at going down the middle lane there. As Trevino will continue the charge. And now he's going to be side by side with Payer. This is going to be for the race lead here. And he will get it. Zachary Trevino to the race lead here at Talladega. Stephen Parker follows behind. Parker in only his 2nd start. The beauty of Talladega and Superspeedways in general is that it's a wild card and absolutely anyone has a chance of winning this race.
It's beautiful.
Parker could be thinking of an outside move here on Trevino, but will he have the necessary help? Whoa, it's a big shot there. Oh, and there he goes.
Oh. Oh.
Bromberg involved. Kalen Wilson involved. It is a big, big pile up. And that will bring out the 3rd caution of the day. Big, big pile up there. Xavier Beauregard, I believe, was also involved. And once again, another big, big caution.
Callan Wilson, huge hit to the inside wall. Nowhere for him to go. That's unfortunate.
The replay, there was contact between brothers there, actually. Presley and Hendricks getting into it there as they were already starting to spin. Let's try and go back here to the initial contact.
Wow.
Here it is, on board with the 18 of Hendricks Bromberg. That is going to be the 52 of Mike Quintero, who goes up high. There's the 29 of Cole Christopher trying to get into the middle lane. Quintero doesn't see him coming. 29 spins Hendricks Bromberg into the outside wall. Big hits for Christopher and Quintero, and then Hendricks nowhere to go. Collects his own brother. Just barely a miss. And Kalen Wilson absolutely nowhere to go.
Oh. That had to hurt.
Every driver has at least one fast repair. So hopefully drivers still have some up their sleeve. This is the onboard replay from the point of view of the 18 of Hendricks Bromberg. Absolutely wild ride.
He did a good job of minimizing contact.
Well, look who's back at the front of this pack. Caleb Desai. Gonna be leading this pack to the green flag. Cody Banta, following his incident, gonna be P2. Benjamin Hoare In P3, Tim Pugel making a drive back up to 4th, and Presley Bromberg, even with the contact between brothers there, he's going to round off the top 5 here. It's going to be Justin Young, 6th, Ryan Goffin, the 27, 7th. It's going to be Wyatt Henderson, Xavier Beauregard, and Jaden Duran are rounding off the top 10. It's going to be Mason Wilson, Ethan Wall, Trevino, losing a couple of spots there, down to P13, Hector Collazo 14, Stephen Parker in the top 15, Kylan Wilson, followed by Travis Daly, William Wash, Cody Payer, William Crow rounds off your top 20. That's BJ Holton, who was at the front of this pack, now all the way back down below, Juan Cops Jr. in 22nd, Dustin Castillo in his debut, 23rd, Cole Christopher, big impact on the outside wall there, as you saw. Pole position down to P24. Zachary Evans also all the way back there at the back of the pack. So your front row starting to struggle now here a little bit due to incidents. Kalen Wilson and Hunter Winkler is going to be 26 and 27 for Ryan Kaiser and Hendricks Bromberg. And then Kevin Page, Devin Lyons, and Mike Quintero all going to be 1 lap or more down. That's where everyone is placed here at the grid coming into the restart.
2 Toyotas on the front row, 36 and the Intimidator on the second row. Here we go. Whole bunch of new players up front.
Like I said earlier, big, and the most exciting part, in my opinion, of super speedways, everyone has a shot at winning this race. We're
Not heard of Tim Pugel all day, and we in the second row.
Well, here we go through turn 3 and 4 as we get ready to roll into the Race Wrap Guy restart zone. Race Wrap Guy real world NASCAR design brought into iRacing. Drive fast, look faster. DSA back again with that feeling of being at the front and controlling this start. Pace car comes in.
Let's see what Cody could do here on this restart.
Cody Banta, who suffered the incident in the second caution, can he turn that around for potentially a stage win? Green flag, back out at Talladega.
Start on the outside.
And an outside lane struggled a lot there. The high lane already non-existent. That's terrible start there, up high. Ten laps to go on stage 2. As here comes Cody Bantha trying to lead the charge on the high lane. DSA is gonna block it. And Benjamin Hoare now leads the bottom lane.
DSA doesn't want to let him go.
Great defense so far displayed by the 30.
Outside starting to work its way back up.
And look at the run there of Zachary Trevino. A little bit of contact there with Presley Bromberg in the 88. And we're going to go 3 wide here into the start-finish line. Three wide once again through 1 and 2. Banta leading the charge in the middle. Oh, it almost goes off. Side by side with DSA. Can he get the run here? Gonna be risky. Trevino may poke out that nose of his, and a spin there can cost A ton of havoc for the leaders. Still side by side onto the tri-oval. Banta starting to get a little shaky. That is starting to worry me quite a lot.
DSA, I believe, led that lap.
Great side-by-side action so far. Cody Payer getting back into it there. Third on the outside lane. Getting pushed by Duran. There's Cops Jr. there also trying to get up into the front here. Cops, who's been fairly quiet. Big lunge up high through 3 and 4. And like you mentioned, Carter, that outside now slowly starting to fade once again. They just cannot get the rhythm up there going. No one's willing to go as much as the bottom lane. Ooh, there we go! We saw that coming.
Oh.
Cody Payer in. Big contact. Tim Pugil involved. 34 involved. Beauregard involved. It's a big, big contact, and it's gonna be quite the big one through turn 1 and 2 as the 4th caution flies, and that is gonna alter a ton of drivers' races. You saw Payer getting a little shaky there, and
That's unfortunate.
all it took for havoc to ensue.
Tim Pugil gets right hook hard into the 77, comes back down. Just everyone.
William Crow also with a ton of damage. Meatball flag being shown to the 85. He's gonna have to throw that Chevy down pit road. William Crow, your stage 1 winner.
Prayer with a ton of damage.
And a lot of people that we saw running up high there, that might be a night ender.
Every race we talked about Cody Evans so far, he's been wrecked.
May or may not be some little bit of effect there from the commentator cursed.
Yeah.
Well, let's try and take a look at this replay, and it is gonna be a big one. You see there are tons of cars getting involved. Will Wash collected, Duran collected, the 62 collected there as well. It's gonna be the 62 of Hunter Winkler, who was running this race so smoothly here for his debut. Gonna be collected in that incident as well. Dustin Castile also collected. Ton of drivers having to halt as chaos ensued all over the racetrack.
That's just unfortunate for all of them.
Let's try and go on board here with the 77 of Cody Payer. My goodness. Absolutely nothing he could really do there. Tough, tough break for everyone involved.
Nothing much you could do once you start spinning. Once you get backwards, you just watch everyone pile in. I mean,
all you can really do there is hold the brakes and pray that it's gonna be enough. But other than that, you're just a sitting duck there, going along for the ride.
I will say that's a pretty big one for being towards the back.
going to be Caleb Desai continuing to lead the charge here, coming to the green flag. It's going to be our 4th caution of the night so far.
10 people given an end of line.
There's your race recap for the time being. At the bottom right, Caleb Desai still in the lead of this race. 4 cautions for 11 laps and still counting. 3 total lead changes this race, as it looks like we are going to be restarting this thing. Lap 28, we're going to have 3 laps to go on stage 2.
They're going to start getting aggressive here, so you got to watch this.
We're going to have 3 to go for the stage, so yeah, like you said, we can assume this to get fairly aggressive here. Don't want to get too aggressive, though. A caution here most likely will end the stage under the yellow flag once again. That could be leading towards the side here. Just 16 points trailing behind Trevino, trying to go back to the championship lead after missing some races. And a stage win here could greatly help him with that. Could be a game changer.
He needs to get a good restart along with Cody behind him. He can't do this by himself, especially if that outside gets hooked towards the tail.
And if you're Desai here, you kind of want to hope that that outside lane fades a little bit. That could give you better shot at a stage win here.
And with the damage on the 88 of Bromberg, it might affect him a little bit.
Well, here we go. We're going to have 3 laps to go in the second stage of this race before the final 30 laps to decide a race winner here at Talladega as pace car comes in and we roll into the race wrap guy restart zone. Desai gonna lead the charge once again as we're back under green.
Now you can't get too far ahead if you're Desai here.
And there it is, like I mentioned, outside lane starting to fade. Desai has to try and keep it going here for these 3 final laps. Bantam trying to look for an outside opening there, but he won't get it going. That's going to be Justin Young leading the charge. Alongside Cole Christopher, the pole sitter, back in this race from the back all the way back to the front. We can see a stage win here. Great comeback drive by the 29. And there we go. Christopher and Young hold the bottom. Ooh. Big switch up there by Travis Daly, who has been very quiet this race. Your previous race winner at Kansas last week. Did he get the stage win here at Dega? Two to go. Little bit over 5 miles left.
Once again, 3 wide in the back.
Has to be very, very careful here. Look at the run there by Juan Cops Jr. in the middle lane.
The side coming on the outside.
DSA and Banta leading the charge. What a block by Christopher.
He's gonna push
Oh,
him.
has to be careful.
Ooh. Almost 4 wide. Wow.
1 lap to go on stage 2. Banta almost making contact with Justin Young. 3 wide up in the back. Out of turn 2. To the backstretch for the final time in the stage. Can the pulse hitter find a stage win? Will we see someone try to pull a last-minute move here? Banta leading the charge in the middle. Will it be enough? Out of turn 4, going to the tri-oval. Justin Young still falling behind. Does he have a run? Ryan Guff there in third. I don't think he'll have a run. And it will be Cole Christopher who wins stage 2 here at Talladega. Great racing there for the stage. Carter, you here?
Yep.
Carter, what a race for the stage we just saw. What did you think about that stage finish?
Oh boy. A lot. A lot just happened. Oh, car on the wall. Yeah. Speechless. Great racing though.
Juan Cobbs Jr. making a comeback here. Cobbs, again, another driver who's been fairly quiet. Gonna be P4 going into the final stage.
Starting to like that Cole Christopher though. Was in the back the entire race, and when he needed to, worked his way out front, got the lead again.
Pole position achieved. Now a stage win achieved. Can he get a race win here in his return to the Supporting Heroes Cup Series? And as expected, here going to the final stage, we're gonna see a lot of drivers come
Jaden
in.
Durant stays out. Make sure tires are checked off here.
Ton of drivers coming into pit road as we expected here going to the final stage. Jaden Durant stays out. Cody Payer stays out. William Crow stays out. Everyone else taking a dip down pit road. Only 3 drivers that stayed out. As you see there, the
Only
pit lane camera.
big game by Caleb DSA.
DSA up to P5. Cole Christopher will be the furthest one up ahead of those that came into pit road. So he will be your race off pit road winner. As Jaden Durant will see the front of this pack and into the race lead for the first time. And this is where things change. Final stage, of course, more length. It is the combination of stage 1 and 2 combined. 30 laps all the way to the checkered flag. So we might see some different strategies here coming into play. It's all going to come down to how well these drivers manage to save up fuel, especially. Tire wear, not as much, but fuel here, very big factor.
My thing is, Jaden Duran and the other 3 that stayed out, they're going to have to save extra if they want to be somewhat near theirs.
Cody Payer back into the front row of this race. We've seen him going back and forth there in the pack, but not a terrible way to kick off this final stage, as here we go. Gonna be 1 to green this time by, getting ready to kick off the closing stages of this race as we are officially halfway through.
What are you expecting in this stage, Dwayne?
I have no idea, but I am very much expecting to see maybe some more calmer racing here at the beginning of this final stage, but during the closing stages of this race, I would assume potentially I'm going to say about 10 laps to go, 5 laps to go. I'm going to fully expect this to get absolutely aggressive. We're going to see quite a lot of few drivers going all out to try and do whatever they can for this race win. Because here in Superspeedways, this is the best shot for, I would say, a lot of these drivers would consider Superspeedway probably the biggest and best shot that they have at winning a race here.
It's anyone's race, in my opinion. I mean, they pick a few at the beginning, but they can only do so much, and when you're involved in a wreck, it's just unfortunate. But here we go.
There's your race recap at the bottom right as we get ready to kick things off here once again. Final stage time. What will we see in these final 30 laps? Pace car coming in as we roll into the race wrap guy restart zone. It is going to be
Duran going to the restart zone.
It is going to be all or nothing here. Payer and Duran side by side as we go back under green here at Talladega to kick off the final stage. And Payer immediately switched to the bottom lane there.
How long can Jaden stay out front here?
Hector Collazo in that 45 leading the charge on the outside. That's going to change as more people start to go up there. And one of those people, Cole Christopher, pole sitter stage 2 winner, trying to lead the charge here. Justin Young falling behind. So we're seeing a lot and a lot of teamwork here between Heroes Motorsports. Top 5, single file, Bantza and Christopher, side by side, battling for P6. Great teamwork display here by Heroes Motorsports. Yeah, that is 3 wide there in the backstretch.
Kind of a 5-car breakaway, it seems.
I was just about to point that out. See there, that little tiny gap between the top 5 and the rest of the pack here. As the 3 wide there in the back starts to settle down. Will Carter, as we have some great extensive racing here, I think it's time to kick things off with a little bit of crank it up action here at Talladega Superspeedway. 23 laps to go. Take it away. Oh, trouble in the back! Justin Young went for a spin there. In the middle of the crank it up section, Justin Young going for a spin, no caution. We stay green, but that is going to be a big loss for Cole Christopher. Justin Young was the one behind him, constantly giving him the pushes. And there we go. Hector Collazo into the outside wall on the backstretch. That was the 45 of Hector Collazo into the outside wall there. First Justin Young, now Hector, and now the caution flag will wave. So we'll take a look at both incidents here. In the middle of the crank it up segment as well. Oh boy.
Yikes. Hard pushing right there.
So let's take a look here. This is gonna be the replay for Justin Young. And this is what happened. Just comes spinning there. Out of the nose of that 62. That's going to be Hunter Winkler. Great save by Justin, though. That's why they didn't throw the caution. But at the other side of the coin, Hector Collazo, not so lucky there. Contact with Cole Christopher. It's either the 68, some contact. That's Wyatt Henderson. Travis Daly, I believe, got just a tiny little piece of it as well, as he was right behind Henderson when that happened. And ton of damage on that 45. You can see there's smoke coming out of the engine in that Toyota. Tough luck for the Puerto Rican driver. As here we go, more drivers starting to come in down pit road. It's going to be once again a big pit window, as only 2 drivers as of right now will stay out, thus being the 33 Ford of BJ Holton and the 38 Chevy of William Wash here, as Caleb Desai is going to win the race off pit road. He's going to rejoin in 3rd, followed by William Crow in 4th, and Mason Wilson into the top 5 for the first time here at Dega.
Bad stop there for Duran.
Juan Cobbs Jr. up into P6. Just 2 positions lower than his best so far today, which has been 4th. Cody Banta back in it in 7th. Cole Christopher 8th, followed by Zachary Trevino 9th, and Kylan Wilson in the 23 Toyota machine for Signal Midwest Racing rounds off the top 10 here. Jaden Duran, like you mentioned, a little slow on that pit stop. He's going to rejoin 11th. It's going to be Ryan Kaiser, Cody Payer in P13, Kalen Wilson in 14th, Tim Pugel 15th, followed by Ethan Wall, Benjamin Hoare, Presley Bromberg, Dustin Castile, Justin Young following the spin there. Gonna round off the top 10. Ryan Goff in the 27th, starting for Scotty Lanning. Just shy of the top 20. It's gonna be Zachary Evans, Wyatt Henderson, Hector Collazo there with that incident. Travis Daly 25th, followed by Stephen Parker, Hendricks Bromberg, Xavier Beauregard, and Hunter Winkler, with Kevin Page, Devin Lyons, and Mike Quintero so far being the only 3 that have unfortunately suffered a DNF this race. Here we go.
It's been quite chaotic today.
It has been quite chaotic, but you can expect that for most of the super speedways, especially Talladega. You know how chaotic this can get with 4 wide possibilities. It is absolutely surreal. BJ Holton gonna lead us to the green flag for the first time, if I'm not mistaken.
We got a lead change counter.
We do have a lead change counter here. Race recap at the bottom right. 4 lead changes this race. BJ Holton, like we said, leading the charge. 6 cautions for 18 laps as we get ready to restart this thing at lap 44. So we're gonna have 17 laps to go.
It's gonna start getting more aggressive.
And we're about to reach the halfway point of the final stage. So, like I said earlier, first half maybe a little bit calmer. Second half is going to be total aggressiveness from these drivers. All hungry for that race win. This win right here can alter the entire standings for a driver. Especially if they were in the top 6 and had stage points to their name.
Oh, yeah. Throughout the day, Caleb Desai's been right in position. Can he get it done, though?
Here we go. BJ Holton gonna lead us into the race wrap guy restart zone. 17 laps to go. Green flag. Back out at Talladega. And a
BJ
great
Holton
start
with
for
a giant
Holton.
jump.
And I believe that's going to be a penalty. At least in my panel here, BJ Holton gonna take a penalty here for jumping the start.
Oh no.
And that is a big changer for him. Oh, trouble! Kevin Wilson goes for a spin.
Oh, Pugil involved.
Kevin Wilson in the 23. Tim Pugil also involved. Oh no! Kylan Wilson, your P4 runner in the standings.
Came down, wasn't quite clear.
That is going to be the 7th caution here, as we are officially halfway done through this final stage.
I can't say how many times I've done that exact same mistake.
Here is the replay of the incident. Looks like, yeah, caught the nose off there of Cole Christopher. Pugil, some front end damage there. But everyone else doing a fairly decent job at avoiding contact.
Being that far in front of the pack, that could have been the big one for sure.
Here's the onboard cam for Tim Pugil there. As you can see there, oh, barely avoided contact there on his outside as well.
Really, what could you have done in that situation?
Absolutely nothing.
You're following the dude in front of you, he ducks down, and you open up to white and black 23 just into your nose.
Well, this could once again be another caution that heavily alters how this race may flow, as Caleb DSA gonna lead us into the restart. Mason Wilson up into second, William Crow back into it, Cody Banta back into it, and Zachary Trevino back into it. William Wash, unfortunately, lost a ton of positions there. He's gonna restart P6.
What can Caleb DSA do? He has control of this race.
DSA, second in the standings, just 16 points behind Trevino, was currently in the championship lead, entering Talladega. Had a heartbreak last week at Kansas. Can he turn that heartbreak into a trip once again to victory lane? Travis Daly, your previous race winner last week, just shy of the top 10. He's going to be running 21st. What an eventful night has been here at Talladega. And like we said at the start, this is not going to be the only action here at this amazing track. Make sure to tune in 2 days from now, Saturday night, at I believe around 7 p.m. Eastern Time, for the DSA Racing Group special event, 500 miles full-length race at Talladega Superspeedway, 188 laps, with a payout for the top 5 and a 6th randomly chosen lucky winner. You do not want to miss that one out. But that is a tough break there at the start. BJ Holton, who was leading the pack, now all the way down to P29, serving his penalty, got a black flag for jumping the start by race control. And that could be the end of his night.
Ouch.
Mason Wilson, side by side with DSA, gonna be at the restart here, second start. Can he form that into a win here?
If you're DSA here, you cannot get too far ahead, because if that dude behind you clears, he has wide open track to the outside. Cannot let him get to your outside if you get too far ahead.
Gonna come down to a lot of tough decision making here for these leaders. But we cannot forget also little someone, Zachary Trevino, P6. Do you think he can sneak by a win here to make that 4 wins in the season?
Ooh.
We're gonna find out in about 13 to 12 laps time as we get ready to roll into the race wrap guy restart zone.
There we go.
Let's see how this green flag period plays out.
Green flag out.
Back underway
The
here at
Skywalker jump.
Talladega. DSA, clean start, penalty free. As Wilson and Crow gonna go side by side. Banta and Trevino gonna go side by side. Ton of side by side action here. Payer, Duran, Washington, Christopher also there.
This guy going to get a shot down the back stretch. Side by side, for lead.
And that outside lane looking very strong, unlike last time. Here comes Mason Wilson. Clear so far. Does he move down to the bottom? Cody Banta pushing him. And he will. Mason Wilson to the lead of this race for the first time.
Inside pushing Banta.
That outside lane slowly starting to fade once again. William Wash. Just one up front on the middle. Side by side, the side. Great block by Wilson. Now we're going to get racy here. A great aggressive performance so far. Ooh, slide!
right.
One Cops Jr. going for a spin. And it's a big one at the back. Justin Young involved. Zachary Evans involved.
Jaden Duran involved.
Ethan Woe also got a piece of it. Hendricks Bromberg involved. Presley Bromberg with big damage. being shown the maple flag. Same thing with Ryan Goff in the 27. Hunter Winkler there as well. Oh my.
How much did Duran get? He was working his way back up through the field.
And that might be the biggest of the big ones, or at least the one with the most amount of impact, as we're going to restart this with just under 10 laps to go. Here's the replay. Cobbs Jr. Spinning out of the nose of 77 of Cody Payer, and everything after that goes haywire. William Wash going for a spin. Bromberg involved. I believe both of the Bromberg brothers were involved there. Here you see Hunter Winkler there involved. William Wash. Justin Young. Ethan Wall. Ton of drivers.
And to go.
See here all the replays here. Oh my. Young got clipped late. Hopefully not a ton of damage on that number 20.
I mean, watching from Duran, he just got nowhere to go.
We are gonna have a great fight for the win of this race. Mason Wilson still in the charge, in the lead. Cody Banta second. Caleb Desai has been up front the entire race. What a performance by Caleb Desai in the number 30 Toyota machine. William Crow going to be fourth, with Zachary Trevino rounding the top 5. It's going to be Cody Payer, P6. Travis Daly up to 7, followed by Hector Collazo in P8. And it's going to be Cole Christopher and Kalen Wilson in the 41, rounding off the top 10. Here we go. 1 to green here. This is where things are gonna be decided. Coming to the 8th restart here. We are gonna have 7 laps of racing left to determine your race winner here at round 7 of the Supporting Heroes Cup Series at Talladega Superspeedway. Will we see Mason Wilson pull his first win in just his second start? Will we see Cody Banta, who some drivers have been doubting him, pull a race win here? Will we see Caleb DSA complete his dominating performance here to potentially regain the championship lead? William Crow, 3rd in the standings, can also benefit from a win here. Zachary Trevino, win here would make it 4 wins in the season. A lot of stories to be told, but only one story will succeed as we get ready to roll in here into the race wrap guy restart zone.
Here we go.
Mason Wilson leads the charge.
Green flag
back on the way at Talladega. 7 laps to go.
Decide good push on the bottom. Oh, they wrecked. Here comes Zachary on the outside. Now the side back to the inside.
We saw their tough top break from Banta. Trevino leading the charge here on the outside.
No momentum on the inside, all on the outside.
Mason Wilson trying his best to block here. Trevino going down the inside. Here we go. Getting pushed by Hector Collazo here.
6 to go.
Trevino to the race lead. Great work by 2311.
Toyota on the inside.
3 wide going through turn 3 and 4. Kalen Wilson leading the charge up high. Mason still in the middle. This is going to be 5 laps to go here at Talladega. Again, what a heartbreak for Cody Banta. Spun, went off the racing surface, and it was deemed safe for the other drivers. No caution called by race control. As we'll see William Crow here in the middle. Everyone has to start moving here.
Take anywhere else in the race.
Here comes the aggressive aspect of this race. Still 3 wide there at the back. Through turns 3 and 4. Four to go.
All right.
Trouble in the back. Juan Cops Jr. to the outside wall. Jaden Duran involved. Hunter Winkler involved. Kalen Wilson also involved.
And Jaden Duran involved.
Wyatt Henderson, I believe, also got a piece of it.
Yikes.
And Carter, even if it's not officially overtime, I think this will be a green-white checkered finish.
It will.
Is that a natural green-white checkered, or is this overtime?
I believe this will be overtime. Oh. Jaden and Hunter just ran into each other and
Zachary Trevino, who was 4 laps away from a 4th win in the season. This might change tactics. Here's the replay of the caution. Yeah, it's going to be Hunter Winkler and Jaden Duran making contact. Juan Cubs Jr. went into the outside wall. Great evasive maneuvers by Kalen Wilson there, going and cutting through the infield there, looking like a lawnmower.
Deja vu from stage 2.
Yeah, and last week as well, we saw a ton of people sliding through the infield there as well. A lot of cars turning into lawnmowers. You see there, Wyatt Henderson.
Might need to start opening our own business on this league.
There's the contact once again. You can see there's Wyatt Henderson also going for the spin in the 68.
Tim Bugle retired.
Tough break for some drivers. Ninth caution of the day, and potentially the last. As whether this is a natural one or overtime, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a green-white checkered finish in our hands here tonight. How exciting is this gonna be?
I honestly don't think I'd want to be in the front of the lines. I'd like to be in the second row.
Honestly, I'm very excited. This could potentially be a wild photo finish. You never know.
A lot of beat up cars in this field. This should be a good one.
And here we go. It has been confirmed there. This will be overtime shot number 1. You only get 2 tries at overtime.
Digga, digga, digga. You gotta shake it before you bake it. Here we go.
Carter, obviously we've been through a lot here at Talladega. Coming to the first overtime shot. A potential white flag here to end this race. Who do you have to take it all here at Talladega now that we've seen it all?
I still got DSA winning it.
Decide.
Wherever he wants to be. He can control this race from the second line. He could easily get around his teammate of Zachary and go for the win.
Caleb Desai, row 2 on the inside. Could be a game changer. Here we go. Once again, I would like to thank our sponsor, Race Wrap Guy. Bring your real-life NASCAR design into iRacing. Drive fast, look faster. As we get ready to roll into the Race Wrap Guy restart zone for potentially the final time.
Green, white, checkered, number 1. Here we go.
Only 2 shots at it. Do we make it to the white flag here? Who will win this race at Talladega? Green flag. 2 laps to
On the
go.
outside.
Trevino holding the outside. Here comes DSA on the bottom. So far, so good in the backstretch.
Here we go. Can you make it to the white flag? 1 below the double yellow.
That's William Crow. Below the double yellow. Gotta be very careful with that. Here we go. Out of turn 4. 3 wide.
Here we go. It's side leading the outside.
It looks like we will make it to the white flag. 1 lap to go at Talladega. Trevino holding it still. Collazo goes for a spin. Safes it. 3 wide once again out of turn 2. What a save by Hector Collazo. Into the backstretch for the final time. 4 wide.
Here comes the side.
Trying to block. A ton of drivers going in. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Big carnage in the back. We stay green. Trevino out of 4 into the tri-oval. Does anyone have anything in store? No, they will not.
No, they do not.
Zachary Trevino. 4 wins in the season. What a finish at Talladega. Carnage in the back, 4 wide action. And speaking of number 4, Zachary Trevino win number 4 in the season. It is going to be a 1-2 for 23-11. And Mason Wilson will round off the podium. What a finish at Talladega.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I cannot believe what I just saw. There was carnage behind the leaders. Obviously, nothing they could do. White flag was already thrown. Oh my. What a teamwork from 23-11. They managed a 1-2 finish here. What an effort by Mason Wilson. Kylan Wilson finishes P4. Caleb DSA rounds off the top 5. And a very successful day for the boys at 23-11 as they have every right to burn this down. What a finish. You always love to see that celebration between teammates. You got Martinsville, you got Phoenix, you got Bristol. And just when you thought that he was dominant in short tracks, well, he's gonna pull one off here at a Superspeedway. And there is the engine blowout. Collazo still hitting though. Well, there it is.
There we go.
What a finish. Let's get your results here from Talladega. What a race it was. Zachary Trevino pulls out the win here in the DSA MC60. Hector Collazo, P2 finish. It's going to be a 1-2 for 2311 Mason Wilson. And P3, that's Kylan Wilson. P4, Caleb Desai rounds off the top 5. What an effort from him. It's going to be Hendrix Bromberg, Ryan Goff, who subbed in for Scotty Landing, Cody Banta, Jaden Duran, and Kalen Wilson rounding off the top 10. Following that up, it's going to be Cole Christopher, just shy of the top 10. Your Stage 2 winner and pole sitter. Kevin Page, P12 in his debut. Then it's going to be William Crow, Cody Payer, Juan Cobbs Jr., Presley Bromberg, Dustin Castile, and Ryan Kaiser there in P18. As we continue moving the chains here, Will Wash, P19. It's going to be Wyatt Henderson rounding off the top 20. Benjamin Huar, Ethan Wool, Justin Young, followed by Zachary Evans, Xavier Beauregard, Travis Daly, Stephen Parker, and Hunter Winkler, P28. Tough night for him. Had a great drive here in his debut. Fortunately, it will end with a 28th position finish here. Tim Pugel, Fortunate DF, followed by BJ Holton, Devin Lyons, and Mike Quintero rounds off the results here from Dega.
What a race. That does nothing but excite me for Saturday, Dwayne.
I cannot blame you. Now I got even more excited now for Saturday. Let's try and bring this in. So these are how the points are gonna stack up. This is without including the bonus points. Oh my, let's go into our post-race interviews here. I mean, what a race this was. Let's get up here. You're a P3 finisher up here first, or sorry, your P1 finisher up here. Zachary Trevino, it's Dwayne Carter up here in the commentary booth. Can you hear us?
Yep, I got you.
Zachary, win number 4 of the season. Pulled it off at Martinsville, pulled it off at Phoenix, pulled off a three-peat at Bristol, and just when people thought that it was only short track luck, you pull one off here at the Superspeedway at Talladega. How does it feel to grab your 4th win of the season and your 4th trip to victory lane?
Oh, it feels amazing. I wouldn't have done that without my teammate Hector. That was amazing. It feels great to go back to victory lane. I didn't expect to win that, but I just seen him have a run out of nowhere and just push me, so that's really lucky.
And we saw a great effort there. I talked to Carter about it. What a team effort and teamwork from 2311 today. It's going to be a 1-2 finish for you guys. What does this mean for you, Hector, and the team as a whole?
Yeah, it definitely brings confidence and motivation into further races. We definitely work good together. That's why I signed him. He's my friend, so wouldn't have done it without him, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's not the last win we'll have here with 23XI. So
what a finish here at Talladega. It had me at the edge of my seat. What a finish for you, Hector, and your team as a whole. Is there any final shout-outs that you would like to do?
I want to shout out my setup shop team for Precision Speed Solutions and Hector. That's just about it.
Alrighty, we'll bring Hector here in a couple of minutes. Win number 4, Zachary Trevino, your race winner here from Talladega. Go enjoy that trip to victory lane, my guy.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all for sharing me.
Thank you. All right, let's get up here. Hector Collazo, your P2 finisher here at Talladega. Hector, can you hear us?
Yep.
Hector, like we talked about it with your teammate there, Trevino, in just a couple of minutes. What a result for your team here. It's a 1-2 finish at Dega. You missed a couple of races here. Now you bounce back with an amazing P2 finish at Dega. What does this mean for you and your team?
It means the world, honestly, to come out as a brand new team and come out with a 1-2 especially at Talladega. It's not very easy to do, but yeah, really it was super intense on that restart. Me and Zach were just talking the whole time on that final restart. I was communicating with them on if anyone had a run, and eventually what happened on that turn 1 incident where I blinked and I got turned a little bit, but I saved it and I dropped back to I think 10th. And then thank God the 15 car came and pushed me, because if it wasn't for that, then this P2 wouldn't have existed. And he pushed me all the way up back to my teammate, and he and yeah, just pushed into the win there. So really happy with that result. Hopefully next week we could maybe, you never know, go back to back. But yeah, really happy with our result.
And you managed to find yourself in the middle pack there. Like you said, we saw some incidents when you were involved there, from the front of the pack back to the middle, and then all the way back. What a drive from you. How did you manage to make your way all the way to the front and get a great result here despite what happened in this race?
Honestly, it's just shaking and baking. Honestly, I was just balls to the wall at that point. I just thought I gotta get up to my teammate and we gotta try to hook up and go, and thankfully that's what happened, and this is the result that came after from that.
What a great result for you and your team. An amazing finish here at Talladega, and hopefully that will boost you up in the standings after some races missed. Is there any final shoutouts that you would like to do?
Obviously my teammate Zach, we've just absolutely put a masterclass at that finish, so really thankful to have a teammate like him. Thankful for you guys for broadcasting, so I can watch the replay and see how hectic that finish was. So thankful for you guys, and yeah, just moving on to next week and have a good another race.
You're very
Congrats on the
welcome.
finish, bud.
Yep, congrats on the finish. Thank you for your time up here in the commentary booth, and wish you the best of luck going into next week.
Thank you.
All right, let's
Our
get...
third and final contestant, Mason Wilson.
Yep, let's get Mason up here, your P3 finisher here, rounding off the podium. Mason, can you hear us?
I got you.
Mason, only your second start here in the Sporting Heroes Cup Series, and at a chaotic and havoc race here at Talladega, you managed to pull a top 3 out of this chaos. What does this mean for you to be able to collect a top 3 finish here in just your second start?
Feels great. I'm fairly new to all the iRacing stuff, and this is my best finish ever in a league anywhere. I'm really proud of myself and everything I've done, everybody I've been with. It's amazing.
And like we said with Koyaso, you were most of the time in the middle of the pack, and yet you managed to avoid all the chaos. You managed to drive that 04 car all the way to a top 3 spot here. How did you manage to overcome the obstacles here at Dega to achieve that result?
I mean, just like Hector said, I mean, balls to the wall at the end, dude. I was trying to hang out back a lot during like the first and second stage because I knew a bunch of chaos and crashes everywhere was going to happen, and I was right. I did get hit one time and won, but my car was completely fine, and I overcame everything, and I just made it to the front.
A surreal drive for you in just your second race start. And if this is just the second start, I can't even imagine what the future here holds for you. Congratulations on your top 3 finish here. Is there any final shoutouts that you would like to do?
I got a shout out to my mom, man. She's been watching since day one, dude. She's been watching me on the grind, man.
Alrighty. Well, thank you very much for your time up here in the commentary booth. Wish you the best of luck going into next week.
Thank you, guys.
Well, Dwayne, that excites me for next week. I mean, Saturday.
2 days from now, I am very, very excited for that race. Let's see if we have anyone up top here. Trying to contact Xavier here. Should we pull Ryan Goff up here real quick? Yeah, let's pull Ryan Goff up here real quick. Ryan, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Ryan, P7 finish for Scotty. Obviously, hopefully you did him some good there in the number 27. Great points picked up for him. How does it feel to get a P7 finish here, top 10 at Talladega for Scotty?
You know, I just have a few things to say. The 27 Bugatti Chevrolet was an absolute rocket ship today. I'd like to thank my crew chief, Boog. He's sitting up on top of the box the whole time, and my spotter, Samuel. Really helping me out all day today. You know, I'd like to thank my teammates, Xavier Beauregard, Hendrix Bromberg, and Jaden Duran. All of them excellent teammates. Couldn't have done it without them. You know, just a great to be back in the car. I want to shout out Scotty for letting me drive his car this week.
It picked up a great result here for Scotty. How do you think he feels about a P7 finish for him here at Talladega?
I already got off the phone with him, and he is happy as he can be. He said, thanks for the hard driving. He's watching the race the whole time.
He has to be very, very content. What a drive from you here at Talladega, and what a great points pickup here for Scotty. Is there any final shout-outs that you'd like to do?
Yes, go play the Minecraft server, dsamc.us. There's more information in the Discord.
Alrighty. Thank you for your time up here in the commentary booth. And great pickup points and great race for you.
Thanks so much,
Good
fellas.
job, bud.
Alrighty, and that
All right.
will be
Did just
it
about do it.
here from Talladega. My goodness. What a finish it was here at Dega. Chaos, havoc, you name it. Most importantly, what an action it was there at the end. Mason Wilson, great top 3 in just a second start. But here tonight at Dega, it's going to be 23-11. Up there at the top of the standings. Hector Collazo, P2. Zachary Trevino, 4th win of the season. And that will surely boost them up even further in the championship standings. That will be it for tonight here at the 60 laps of Talladega. But if you want to see more Talladega action, make sure to tune in 2 days from now, Saturday night, around 7 p.m. Eastern Time, for the Talladega 500 race. Full-length race, 500 miles, 188 laps, with a payout for the top 5 and a 6th randomly chosen lucky winner. I am very, very excited for it. I was excited for it, but now this just wrapped it up by 1,000. I'm not even gonna lie. I am very excited to broadcast the race with you, Carter. But that will be it here tonight from round 7. And we will see you guys on Saturday for the special event. Peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your night. It's been Dwayne Crespo and Carter Brockmeyer up here in the commentary booth. And we'll see you all Saturday night. Peace out, guys.